what you're trying to actually build here is a level of comfortability.
Yes.
So that way, whenever these bigger challenges come up, so if you did want to start your own card making company, like you would have had all of that experience.
Or I can just try something I've never done before and know that if it fails, it won't be a total screw up. It's fine.
A hobby can just be a hobby.
Traveling alone, for me, this is, I think, this really resonates. Like the first time that I had to travel alone, and I grew up not like going on planes and stuff. So like for work, I was terrified. And I sat next to somebody who traveled all of the time, and was very nice and kind and helped me, make it through the storm that we were flying through without, like being a mess. And I don't even know, I don't know his name. I don't know, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, which is typical for me. I don't tend to remember those kinds of things, but I do remember how, like supportive and genuine he was as I was terrified in that turbulence on the plane and thought we were going to fall out of the sky and die. And just those little moments of people being kind can help build this like resilience of, you know what, I did this. We were okay. Or I recall, I had to travel to another country for the first time for work. And I did it and I was terrified. And then I came back and was like, Ace, get your passport. We're going to Ireland because, you know, I've gone out of the country and guess
I'm
what?
comfortable.
I came back. I did it. So I think that's a great one. Speaking in front of people,
Well, that's a big one.
the more
That's
you
for
do
sure.
it, you may not love it. This podcast, recall how physically ill I was the first time we recorded. And yet the more you just keep doing it and you go, you know what? Like nothing horrible has happened.
Correct.
So,
And this is like our brains, like in the process of learning and doing those callbacks and creating those, like our brains have changed in a good way. Like you get through something and you are changed and, you become more comfortable and like all of a sudden, oh, I'm familiar with having those butterflies in my stomach. So they may not always go away whenever you are going to speak in front of a group of people, but it's now something it's your body's reaction, and I'm expecting this, and you know what? I'm going to step up to that podium, to that microphone, and I'm going to be okay.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I think, the other thing about resilience, part of what I loved in kind of some of the research that I had sent over was this like visual of the ball that bounces down and you bounce back up and you don't ever quite go down as far. Like building resilience over time, like building that muscle changes your baseline. So, doing this podcast and recording and sharing thoughts, being vulnerable, which is something that I have long struggled with for a number of reasons. And I don't know, it's hard to think of a way to be more vulnerable than what this journey we decided to go on. So crazy. But I'm so grateful for it because while I was terrified to a point that I literally became physically ill over it, forcing myself to do it and having you to do it with. So resilience is a team sport.
That's right.
And having Ace to do it with and like all of this support, I couldn't have put myself in anybody else's hands from a publishing standpoint. But knowing that he is very thoughtful and careful about, how we, sometimes there are some shorts out there that, I definitely have been edited into something hilarious, but there's a line of knowing like, what's like respectful versus like giving somebody the power to take your words and potentially turn them into something that they weren't. Like I couldn't do that with anybody else. And so you guys are just so, like I'm so appreciative of being able to do this with you in a safe way. So again, like don't throw yourself into chaos and see what happens. Manageable and controllable,
That's
but
right.
with people that you trust. But doing something that was so wildly uncomfortable to the point of physical illness, and continuing to do it. And it took months. I mean, I think even like that first year mark, I feel like I was still going, I feel like still scared, uncomfortable, stressed. And it just has become so much easier to be more natural in sharing like true thoughts and feelings and all of that.
Well, you are on the journey, right? Like you
Yeah.
are going through, like if you think about it as you are going through and collecting evidence that shows I can do this and I will be okay.
Yeah.
I can do this and feel uncomfortable, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm
Even
going
if
to get
what
to the
we
other side.
publish isn't perfect, the world's not going to fall down and people aren't going to laugh. Or if they do, like it's okay.